Previously on the Inja's channel.
I just called a powder coating place. He quoted me like $225. He said I'll have it done by next week. Hey guys! Today is a very exciting one because I get to actually reveal to you guys the color scheme. I've teased it a lot over the last few videos. But today, I actually get to show you the color scheme. I'm actually gonna be testing a few paint swatch samples. I'm gonna be doing 2 different colors of red to see which one I like better. And then a few different samples of clear coats if I want like a high gloss, a satin, or a matte finish on the red. The frame you will see is gonna be gloss black. And I am definitely excited to freaking get this thing colored, painted, you know, finished up. It's been a long time just working on this thing. Powder coating place. Don't even get me started. The powder coating place. Okay. I'm gonna have to calm down. They told me over the phone $225 for the frame and it will be done the next week. I take it in there, they quote me $460 and it's been almost 4 weeks at this point. And no update. It's just been sitting on a pallet. I went over there like ready to pick it up a couple weeks ago. Like when they told me it was gonna be done, just sitting on a pallet, they're like, oh yeah, no. We should have had this done a long time ago, but we don't. So here we are. So I'm just gonna start paint while they finish up powder coat, and I'll probably just check in tomorrow, see if they're done yet. They were supposed to call me, but I haven't heard, so I'll just go in there. Their deadline was this week, is what they told me 2 weeks ago from the time that they should have already had it done, so. So the color scheme I'm going with is gloss black and red. Like, I don't know if I want it to be like a red like this is, or if I want it to be more of like a dark red like this. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray these on some test sample things and see which one I like best. Give me one of those. I think we might already have a winner here. I'm already digging that color on the left. I think that looks really sharp. And then here it is in the sunlight. I honestly can't see what it looks like, but it looks really nice in person for sure. I got this stuff at AutoZone and it looked like they only had one there. So we might have to just drive around like crazy. Also, powder coating said he should be done today or latest tomorrow, which is Friday, June 25th? Yeah, 25th. Well, naturally AutoZone didn't have any more and they only had 3 in stock apparently in the whole area. So they're getting shipped into that one store and she said she'd have it by like 6 o'clock or something today. But then I went to O'Reilly's and they actually had one in stock. Anyway, I'm just gonna start setting up in hopes that the paint comes in tonight. The freaking powder coating place just called me again and they're like, hey man, the powder coating that the previous guy put on is like, he did such a great job. We're having a hard time grinding this stuff off. So I don't know if it's gonna be done by Friday. So here we are again. He made a promise like, it's gonna be done tomorrow, boy. It's gonna be done tomorrow. And here we are waiting for it again. So that's probably not gonna be in this video. I'm gonna have to keep extending this because the freaking powder coating place just keeps delaying. They keep saying, yeah, no problem, done by this time. And it's never done. I mean, weeks later, again, oh, definitely gonna have it done by, nope. Nope, definitely not. I'm just gonna start painting. Powder coating's probably just gonna have to be a next video, but that's coating place sucks. So they lied to me again for the 3rd time. And then they called me Friday. Yeah, like, no, it's really hard to get this old powder coating off. Last guy did such a good job. AKA they never started. You know, he probably never even looked at it. He's like, oh, it's not done. Okay, yep, nope, haven't looked at it. I mean, powder coating is really hard to strip off. It's gonna take us at least till next week again. And they never cease to disappoint. I walked in there, they maybe sandblasted one small section of the tail. Everything else was, he completely had not looked at it. Both of them that I've talked to have just such an ego. They are arrogant. Oh man, it's hilarious. So he said he'd have it done by 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And if it's not done, whatever condition it's in, I'm probably just gonna take it. Just don't tell me you're gonna have it done in a week for half the price that you actually told me it's gonna be if you're not going to. It's kind of simple. That's kind of just how you do business without baiting them with certain prices and certain timelines. And then once they drop it off, you just let it sit on a pallet for a month. So, and then try to charge me almost 3 times as much too. That's just not how business works. And if they don't have it done tomorrow at 8 a.m., this is the 4th time, by the way, that they've given me a set date. We'll have it done by this time, no worries. And just hasn't happened, so. All right, well, it's the next day and I just got the call that the bike is done. It's currently 2:21, so I'm headed over to get it. I also did just ceramic coat all of the painted bits before we put them together. So let's get this thing back together. Labor going on today, and I'm exhausted, but the bike looks fantastic. Dude, just look at that. Just look at that. I can't wait to get this thing officially 100%. We still have to install the headlight and the clip-ons and whatnot today. Kurt's coming over in just a bit, and we're gonna finish up the basically just the reassembly, and it's gonna be sitting pretty much as it's gonna sit today. I think it turned out better than the original design. It looks fantastic. Kurt, what do you think now that it's all put together? What are your first initial impressions here? Now that you see all the hard work you put into this, looking all put together.
Looks really good.
So
Look
good.
like a Frankenbike a month
Dude,
ago.
I know.
Mad Max.
Yep.
Some old ground off blue powder coat and then just a rusted frame that we added onto it.
Dude, that's probably one of the most popular comments we got was, you know, it just looks super like, some people loved it because it's like a Mad Max, like crazy scientist kind of vibe. A lot of people were like, it just looks so janky.
It looks like a Street Fighter meets Cafe Racer right now. Like nothing extra
dude,
on it. It's just a straight Street Fighter with that cafe stance.
It's kind of, it's kind of its own category, really. It just is so different.
Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
This just looks like, with it all colored red now, you can just see the weight of everything right in here.
Yeah. No, I love it. I love how aggressive and just how heavy it looks at the front end. Because the tail end is so minimalist, but the front end is super heavy, and that's definitely how it was designed.
I would say it's
it
beautiful.
Looks fantastic.
I would say it goes from like, well, I mean, it's cool, but it's ugly. I would say now it's just a beautiful piece of machine.
Yeah, no.
So we'll get this new gear put on the front. I gotta grind it down so that it's the right width, obviously. I just grabbed these from Granger and they weren't cut to size. I had to grind them down. So we'll do the same thing to this one. That'll up to top speed. And then we'll leave the big one in the back. Inja's gonna work on finding a thing that goes here to keep the chain off of there so it won't rub. You won't hear metal on metal. All you'll hear is motor and obviously a little bit of chain noise, but the reason it was so loud was it was just grinding its way across there. Otherwise, once we throw this on, it's done.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
pending finishing the cluster and some of the lights and stuff, but he's got some Bluetooth lights. Won't need to run any wires.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some power wire, I guess.
Some sweet, there's some sweet technology out on the market right now, and it's all Bluetooth driven, connects to your switches and everything, so hopefully we can grab one of those. We also have a headlight combo that I was working on, you guys saw, and it's a very different, dude, absolutely. I'm gonna go around to the other side. This almost looks like the original render we did early on, and they're gonna be a little bit lower, so a little bit, there we go, something like that. Dude. That is incredible right there. Let me just get like this whole bike in this shot. Goodness gracious. But yeah, so that's the headlight combo right there.
I can't believe that it looks like this right now.
Dude.
The cool part is, you had the frame assembled when I got here last night, but between 8 o'clock p.m. and 10 o'clock p.m., we put everything on. Yeah. And it was just today connecting everything. But you can't put a motorcycle from frame to fully assembled in less than, I did it in 2 hours.
There's no way.
There's no possible way, if it's not an electric bike, that you could do that all in that speed. Obviously, there's a lot of work that goes into building all the components, but once it's built, you can disassemble and reassemble in an afternoon. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Dude, that was the biggest challenge with the CX500 build, because I ripped that all the way down to the frame too. Same thing, took everything off it. That took me so long. Yeah. It took me like a week straight just putting it back together.
But I don't know how you can look at this and just not think that's awesome. Look at all that cabling.
Dude.
Like,
seriously though, it buttoned up. It looks so good. It just looks so beefy in front. It is such a great look.
It still weighs less than the original bike did.
All right, that's gonna wrap it up for this video. It has, between both me and Kurt, it's been a very long week for both of us. And but the bike is finally back together. The powder coating place, you guys know, it was an awful experience working with them. They don't seem like bad guys. They just kept lying to me about the time that it was gonna be done. And that dragged the whole thing out like way too far. So we had to spend the last 2 days just putting this thing back together to have any kind of a video out. And at this point, we just kind of want this project to be wrapped up. It's been a long time in the making, and we have other projects to get to that we're very excited about. So the bike's pretty much fully assembled at this point. We still do have to figure out gearing, and this thing is gonna be getting a fresh like graphics kit that I'm gonna be making for it. And so it's gonna look a lot different than it is sitting now. We also have to make the seat, just little things here and there, mounting the headlight, putting some turn signals, brake light, that kind of thing on here. So there's still a bit to do, but the hard work, the heavy hitting, the heavy lifting is over. So we're both excited, and it looks great. I mean, this bike came out way better, in my opinion, than we could have even imagined. It's a fantastic looking bike. It definitely needs a wash on some of the original parts, but that's pretty much it. Okay. See you guys.